Life happens to us all, albeit often in the most unexpected or painful way.
Le mani, Don Ciccio.
One moment we are at bliss, and the next is all chaos around us.
Figlio!
Ammazzatelo!
We may become unconscious, oblivion, and even when it seems we know what's happening, we are too weak or ill-prepared to defend ourselves or our loved ones from harm. We may become numb, scared, sometimes blaming ourselves for the events over which we wield no control. Some people never recover from the pain or loss. They may be thrown into depression and delusion. They accept such events as their fate and seek the hurt of the one who brought them pain as their ultimate goal in life.
Why don't you take care of Johnny's men? They look like they might be hungry.
When people are in this state, they nurture this hurt, groom themselves, gather resources, garner experiences until they feel comfortable to fight back. Demanding for their pound of flesh, they create an endless loop of pain, grieving, and revenge, leaving everyone without flesh and soul. Also, there's another set of people who accept pain and loss as a necessary part of their evolution. Yes, they mourn, they grieve, they suffer pain, but that is not their end. That's expected because that's what we go through in life. When people go through pain, we tend to suffer pain and loss and all of that. But for such people, they shake themselves off from the dust of pain and pity and embrace whatever it is life has to offer afterwards. Instead of drowning in the pit of regret and wishes and continuously brooding over what had happened, rather, such kind of people are grateful to God over what could have happened but didn't. Wow. They consider life as more precious gift than any loss they may have suffered and choose to live life to its fullest. They are willing to explore, express themselves, and experience every good things of life, sharing their stories not from a place of weakness or regret, but from a place of gratitude, power, self-love, and appreciating what they carry on their inside. Instead of spreading the pain they have received, they radiate joy and distribute happiness, giving others who may have experienced such loss a reason to live. In the last 2 episodes, I started a series of teachings on awareness. And in the first episode, I talked about the stories that we are always telling ourselves. And I used a matrix which I created, the DAB storytelling matrix, to help us understand the stories we are telling ourselves and the stories we are telling other people, and how that impacts on our level of awareness and the control that we have over the events of life. If you missed those episodes, I want to encourage that you follow the link in the description to see those episodes again. And then in the last episode, I talked about scripting. You want to see that also in the description. So today we're looking at pivot moments. Pivot moments are those events of our lives that may define or form our frame of reference for every other thing that may happen to us afterwards. One reason pivot moments are powerful is the state of our mind at that time. For the most part, we are naive and lack the skills to successfully navigate this labyrinth called life. This may be because we are too young, we are inexperienced, we don't have what it takes, or someone just takes advantage of our innocence. I've mentioned that our wiring is how we program our minds to see, interpret, and understand events. It is in our pivot moments that our definition of life becomes sealed. Except we are open to receive help and healing, we may be locked down in that frame of mind and reference the rest of our lives. But we can all make our pivot moments the best moment of life and a reason to want to live life to its fullest again. Let me share with you 3 ways you can turn your pivot moment to be your most empowering moment. The first way by which we can convert our pivot moment to be our most empowering moment is to see that everything happens for a reason. Of course, sometimes this can be a bitter pill to swallow. Somebody says, you mean I had an accident for a reason? I was raped for a reason? I lost all my money for a reason? The truth is, everything happens for a reason. It may be because we are too weak and life wants to bring out our strength and project the fighter in us. It may be that we are too comfortable and life wants to give us new experiences. Whatever it is, no matter what happens, there is a good reason in it if we are careful enough to listen to that still small voice of our conscience telling us this is what to do and this is why this thing happens. We must be humble enough to listen to that voice of our conscience. Some people call it the inner guidance system. The second way to go about this is to accept responsibility for the change. Stop blaming and wishing it never happened. Stop planning and organizing your revenge. It's not going to get you anywhere. Yes, you do not deserve the pain, you do not deserve the hurt, but the healing is your responsibility. You will not always have control over the actions of others, but your own reaction, what you do after others have done what they know how to do best, which is to cut hurts, is your responsibility. The more you focus on what you can control, the more things in life that you can control. So accept responsibility for the healing. Accept responsibility for what you are going to do next. Stop wishing, stop blaming, stop condemning. It's not going to get anyone anywhere. The third thing to do is to focus on your resources and results. You have so much on the inside of you that you should not allow any event of life to deprive you of your potentials. You've got your mind. Why don't you program it for success? You've got potentials. Refine them. You've got time. Invest it wisely for productive activities. You've got people. Treasure them and collaborate to achieve greatness together. Break old records and set new ones. I want to encourage you today. Make today the best moment of your life. And I'll close this with a quote from John Moulton. He said, "The mind is its own place, and in itself can make a heaven of hell and a hell of heaven. Going forward, I challenge you to choose to make each day of your life heaven on earth. Till we meet again in the next episode, keep winning, keep grinding, and keep bringing in the laurels. I believe in you.